and welcome to the Family Tech Talk podcast,
where we offer tech tips,
give parenting advice,
and discuss the latest tech news
that can help you manage the technology in your home.
We are your hosts. I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah. You can learn more about us on our website, FamilyTechZone.com.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode.
Today we are talking about
smart assistants. I didn't know how to things you can do with your smart assistants.
Yeah, pretty
Smart
much.
assistants.
Like I think smart assistant tips, tricks,
fun things
to do that just isn't listening to music.
Yeah, because that's, to be fair, that's all I've really used my speaker for.
That's probably what 90% of the people who have a smart home
use it for.
Speaker.
I use my phone. So full disclaimer, my phone is turned off. Just so everyone knows, I'm using my Surface today.
Yeah, I did not plan this far in advance.
So we'll see if we use
it'll probably, right, because I'll trigger for sure.
But yeah, so I use my phone all the time because I'm always okay, I'm going to say it first.
Okay.
I'm okay, Google, what's the answer to this random question? Maybe if I say it.
Maybe I say it like this. Okay.
And it'll be across the room and it pops up with the random question. Super easy, but the speaker, it's just been a speaker for me. So this is a good thing for me so that I can know what to use it for.
Actually use it.
Yeah.
And this is perfect because today, the big announcement.
Yes, Google had their event thing today, and they came out with their new, I don't know what big announcement you're talking about.
It's called the Google Home Hub.
Yes, that's the one I was the Google thingy. I was in a meeting at work. Someone sent me the link and I was just put it in the corner of my laptop. And I'm very focused right now.
I'm totally into this meeting right now.
Hope nobody from work listens to this. They're
I know what you were doing during that meeting.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So that came out, and I'm actually really excited for it.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about the Lenovo Smart Display.
Yes.
Which I still love.
Still love the Lenovo Smart Display.
Yeah.
I want it very badly.
Yes.
But this is actually really affordable. Yeah.
And it looks... It's actually, they have the colors, and I'm not a big, I usually am a big fan of the colors.
Yeah, the colors are cute.
But this one, the white one, and it looks like it would fit in, and it's small enough, and I love it.
And I love that the bottom is the speaker. It's that speaker material. So if you aren't sure what we're talking about, it's basically a display for your Google Home device. So, it's got a speaker, so it can still be used as that, but it has the display, kind of like an Echo Show.
Yeah.
And so you can, pull up YouTube videos. You can pull up your Ring camera.
Yeah, that was really cool. I liked that a lot when they showed that.
Not Ring. Nest. Yeah.
I was just going to accept it. But
I know,
yes.
right? Sorry. You can pull up your Nest camera. So if somebody rings your Nest doorbell, you can pull it up on, the display and see who's at your door.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
I'm actually, I was really, when I saw that, I joined right at the end of it, so I went back and watched it, but I was really, really excited for that one.
Yeah, and it's $149, where the Google, or the Lenovo is about $100 more than that. That's a little hard to swallow.
But it is very pretty.
It is super pretty. The Lenovo one has a really nice aesthetic. But it's $100 more.
It's $100 more, so I'll probably be getting the Google Home Hub.
Yeah.
And I like... So, people always bring up Big Brother, but Google already knows everything about me, so it's totally... I'm totally okay to sell my soul.
I actually have this to talk about, at the end of what we're all talking about, but we can bring it up now.
Well, we can... I just was going to say, I am fully ready for, I want a Pixel. I'm really excited for the Google Home Hub.
Yeah.
I'm fully set for everything Google in my life.
For me, it's like you were saying, it's not so my husband is very against having a smart speaker in our house. I have to have it in my office. But because he's I don't want them listening to me all the time. And I'm you know what? Your phone's already doing it.
It really is.
So
there's nothing.
There's no privacy anymore, really.
And it's that battle of I will favor towards my life being easier.
Yep.
To then
give up a little privacy.
I'll give up a little privacy for it. Obviously, I don't like cameras and things, and we won't have a TV in the bedroom and stuff like that. Those rules I'm still okay with. My phone's already listening to me.
Right.
It tells me how long it's going to take me to get to work. Like, it knows everything I do. I will give that up.
Right.
A little bit of privacy up in order for that convenience.
It knows what direction I'm going to go every morning.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm already gone in Google land anyway. So.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Trevor's like, you're just going to welcome the term... excuse me, Skynet.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Our wireless is Skynet.
Oh, I love that.
I like have been thinking about updating it to something else, and I'm like, no, it'll stay.
Skynet's good.
Oh yeah,
that's a great Wi-Fi name.
It's like perfect.
We should do a whole podcast on like awesome Wi-Fi names.
Let's do it.
Okay, putting it in the jar
next time.
Okay, we'll have to remember that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So other devices that can have smart assistant stuff baked in.
That was my noise because I feel like everything.
Right? That was my you can put it in everything noise.
Literally?
Yeah. My smoke detector.
Your smoke?
Has Alexa. My smoke detector.
I'm not surprised, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
What do you ask your smoke detector? Or is it...
It's Alexa, so you could really ask it anything. I have added things to my grocery list from my smoke detector. It's got a speaker, so I could even play music.
That's actually really awesome. Because think of how many smoke... There's like one there.
Right.
There's one... That's
I'm sure you...
Oh. There's some
upstairs.
have
one in the kitchen.
I feel like I should have one. It's fine. We're totally safe.
It's cool.
This is full of... I don't know what's happening anymore. Anyway,
But they're all over.
Yeah.
And you could sync them up.
That's actually I still really like that.
Yeah.
Your fridge can have it too.
Yeah.
Like moving on to different things. I'm like looking around my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's
a lot of things that can be baked in.
Yeah, that have it added in.
And it's kind of going more and more every year. Like, I remember one year, I think it was your first year at CES.
Yeah.
And, like, suddenly everything was, like, Alexa integration.
Like, that was, like, the big thing.
Yeah. Everybody was like, and this integrates with Alexa, and this is Alexa, and this has Alexa, and this has Alexa. So, it was...
It's seriously, everything's having Alexa. Which, again, is awesome because it integrates. It means not just that you can use it as a smart speaker or a smart thing, but it will integrate with the rest of the things so that you can use it with Alexa or Google Assistant.
Yeah, so there's a lot that you can get. Like, you don't have to have, like, the specific Echo Dot or the Google Home or anything like that, because there's things like the smoke detector that you can get that have it already inside. I know, it is my favorite. Like, my smoke detector, totally smart. And so that ties in also, you don't need to even get a device to have these benefits because your phone usually will be able to do it too, as we recall from last time we said our magical phrase.
Use the phrase, again, everything except for Sarah's phone.
I covered this, like the microphone when you said it the last time.
So hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll try to not
trigger it. Anyway, so what can you do?
Oh my goodness. This was actually really fun. So I started off with like funny things you could do or whatever. And there's so many things that have come up. But for normal things first, because I feel like we should talk about normal things.
Sure.
There are still too many things, I feel like. Yeah, so the main one is the search, right? I use the search feature with Google Assistant so much.
Yeah.
Like what was it today? It was like, I quilt. And so I'm trying to, figure out how many charm packs, which are 5-inch squares of fabric, you can get in, or how many yards I need to equal, like yards of fabric to equal a thing. So I was like, okay, Google, how many yards are in a charm pack? Like, just easy things like that.
Yeah,
it just pops up and it answers for you, and there it is. It's super nice.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main thing that like most people use it for.
Yeah. So search and music.
And music. Yeah. And there's, funny enough, you can't, just as a side note, in case anybody wants to know, you can't ask for Audible through your Google Assistant.
Interesting.
Yeah, because, and I'm assuming it's because of the Amazon Google hatred.
Rivalry.
So I always have to like stream Audible to this. Like I have to go.
Oh, sure.
I
cast
do that.
it.
Yeah, you can cast it, but I can't be like Google Play Audible. It's like, I don't know what you're asking. And I'm like, yeah, you do.
You sure do.
You're just choosing not to.
Yeah.
So, but music, streaming music. A couple of things I looked up as well that was really cool, and I talked about it a little bit with Kitchen, is you can like ask for recipes.
Yeah.
Like, and that's better for the smart display because the smart display will walk you, like you can see it.
Through the recipe, yeah.
But even the speaker will like now add
right.
3 cups of flour, now do this.
Which is super helpful if you've got like goop on your hands.
Yeah.
And
technical
you're
term.
Yeah.
Goop.
I'm a cook, you know. I'm a super cook.
Yeah, if anybody knows technical cooking terms, it is you.
It's totes me.
You go next.
Okay, so you can also set reminders.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things to do is because I'm always like, this is me to a T. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this in this super special spot so that I don't forget where I put it.
I need to do that.
And so you just say like, okay, Google, remember that I put my passport in my safe.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And then later you can say, okay, Google, where did I put my passport?
Here's what you told me. First, I put my passport in my safe. Second, I put my passport in the safe.
It's so you extra didn't forget. Google, you did it with Google twice.
I have apparently told Google where I put my passport a few times.
Awesome because I do that too. I'm like, okay, here's this item. This is a random place that's so special that I'm going to remember it.
Right.
And then
I never, ever remember. So I tell Google where I put that.
Yeah.
Where that super special
where
place
that extra,
is.
Yeah.
And it will
awesome.
remember for me.
The one thing I've done is when I needed to do something at home, like I'm at work and I'm like, oh, I need to remember to do whatever.
Sure.
Like, I think I needed to look something up or order something and I just wanted to do it at home. I could say, okay, Google, remind me when I get home or remind me to do this. And you can say, when do you want me to remind you? And say, when I get home. And it uses your location.
Yeah.
Which is, so if you want like, oh, I need to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And don't let me forget, like on the way to the grocery store, don't let me forget to buy milk. Show up, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Except
that.
for you don't need to buy milk.
I don't. I never need to buy
I will tell you that right now.
I never need to buy milk anymore because I buy. Today, I did my grocery list like actually downstairs in the kitchen.
Smart.
I was like, this is a life changer. Like, what? I can open the fridge and know.
Oh, I do have milk.
It was amazing.
This is great. So yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do is tell it to remember to do stuff, set reminders. You can set an alarm clock.
Yeah.
You can set a timer, which is great in the kitchen. You're like, oh, set the timer for 10 minutes. And then it'll count down your cookies or whatever.
No, I want cookies.
I don't, cookies.
It can send texts. It can call people.
That's one of my, so I will say, when you start using it, you figure out more that it can do.
Yeah.
And then you keep using it more and you use it more and more and more and more and more. So I would just say start jumping in.
Yeah.
So that was one of the first things I kind of jumped in with was okay, Google, send a text to Amy Ross Kelly.
Text Amy Ross Kelly. Sure. What's the message?
What time is TJ's game Thursday?
Got it. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send.
Sorry, did you want to send it?
Oh.
You can also
Send
say cancel
it.
it.
I don't know how Google's voice changed.
Now it's a girl.
That was weird.
Mine's a girl.
Got it. Do you want to send it or change it?
Oh, okay.
Send. All right.
This always happens, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking. It's probably thinking.
Sorry, did you want to... Okay.
It's sending it now.
So that happened today too. I was
Yeah.
trying to show somebody something funny.
Yeah.
And it was I was like, okay, Google. And nothing. And I'm like, it literally just opened when I did this by myself. So I did it 5 times. And then finally, randomly, 2 minutes went by and I was like, okay, Google. And then it opened.
Of course.
Always. But normally when you're not trying to show people,
Right.
it is
It
super
works perfectly.
responsive. I want that like little disclaimer because
Right.
people are going to be like, "Ooh, Google."
It totally didn't even work.
And Siri, So Google works just fine.
Well, and if you have an Apple device, you can install Google Assistant
Yeah.
on your Apple device.
And-
Fun fact.
To be
Because
fair,
it's better than Siri.
yeah, it's better. I didn't look at Siri at all. I just now realized. I looked a little bit at Alexa,
Yeah.
but I mostly focused on Google. So
Yeah.
I think, you can use Siri for things if you want. But yes.
For things.
Because that's what I did is just recently trying to get more use out of the speaker,
Yeah.
the Google Home Mini, is just start.
Yeah.
Right. And then you'll,
start doing it.
there's literally, my Chris Traeger literally, is assistant.google.com, and it's got you can just scroll.
So much stuff.
And it's everything. That's what I'm looking at right now. And it's everything that you can do with
Yeah.
Google. So, and people are constantly building stuff for it. So
Yep.
start small.
Yep.
And then you'll start to learn a lot of these other
Yeah, and
things.
as you're scrolling through that list, you're like, ooh, I can do that. Oh, ooh, I can do that.
There
Oh,
was
I
a
can do that.
There was a bunch of those that I was like, send, because I'm on the computer and I'm like, send a device, and it'll open Google Assistant on my phone, and I
Yeah.
can set this up and let's do this. And it was
Right.
awesome.
Yeah. One of the things I found when browsing that a while back was Mickey Mouse Adventures.
Oh,
So you
I
can
didn't see that.
play
That's awesome.
Mickey Mouse Adventures, and so my son will come into my office and ask to play Mickey Mouse Adventures, and it'll ask them questions. Okay, do I want to turn left or turn right? And it's like a
fun.
story, but it's interactive,
Yeah.
and it's
yeah,
really
there were
fun.
a couple. I saw a couple of those interactive ones, and I think that's super fun.
Yeah.
Okay, is that all the normal stuff we want to talk to? Or do you
Yeah, and you can ask to speak to Pokemon.
Yes.
You can ask it to beatbox.
Yeah.
Alexa has a really great Tonight Show app.
Oh, fun.
So, you say, oh, let me talk to the Tonight Show, and then you can play the monologue from the night before.
Oh, that's cool. I
and
like
stuff
that a lot, actually.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
jealous.
If you browse through the Alexa add-ins,
There's also a
there's
ton
a
there.
ton of stuff in there.
That makes
too.
sense. Alexa came out first? Question mark.
Um,
Was popular first, I will
yeah,
say.
I think you're mostly right. I think there's always been kind of like a Google Assistant.
But the voice
But
and
the
interactive
whole
things.
tie-ins and everything, I think really became popular with Alexa.
Yeah, and so they have a little bit more there. I just always, whenever anybody asks why I got a Google Home,
Yeah.
I always tell them I would rather ask Google something,
It's
to
true.
search
Yeah.
than Alexa. I love Alexa. I really like
Yeah.
what Alexa does, but I'm going to use it mostly for the search feature,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go Google something. I'm not going to go to Amazon to search something.
If you and that's a really good point, because
Mm-hmm.
if you want to shop with your voice
Yes.
more, I would
Alexa.
definitely go with
Oh,
Alexa.
yeah.
Order me some toilet paper, and you'll
Use
have it
that.
on your doorstep in 2 days. That's gonna be your key for Alexa. I kind of went with Google Home also because I had Google Play Music subscription.
Yeah.
I my whole life is really entrenched in Google's ecosystem. That
It makes more sense.
yeah.
And to bring in Siri again as well, probably switch if you're using Siri, but like you said, the ecosystem, right? Depending, look at what you're doing, look at what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Google ecosystem, Google runs my life. I'm
Right.
going to go with the Google Home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, what else did you have?
Okay, so I have the funny ones now. There's this,
Oh, okay. Then first
nope,
I
go
want to say, and you can also tie it in with if this then that.
yes. Okay, yeah.
So
I did
you
wanna say-
can say okay, Google, turn on lamps, and it will turn on my lamps at home because I've set that up
Yeah.
in if this then that.
One of the big things I remember, I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to talk about it too, is that they released, anyway, you can do routines now.
Yeah.
Which was super awesome. So you can say okay, Google, time for bed or go to bed or something like that, and it'll dim your lights, it'll play
Right.
soft music, it'll
Yes.
set your alarm,
Yeah.
things like that, which is really awesome so that you can have those
Just
type
program
of things
that all in, and then you just say one phrase, and it does it all.
I love
Yeah.
if this and that.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
my other favorite thing.
Yeah, now fun.
Okay, now we're on the fun time. So, too many for me to pick. They're usually all responses. That's 90% of 100% of them are responses. But there's ones that Okay, Google, use the Force. Sorry, I got nervous. And I'll just read them. It says, I'm not licensed to use the Force. So there's
it doesn't have a Star Wars.
Yeah, and then, okay, Google, I'm your father. I'm sorry, I'm not Luke. This is kind of awkward. Yeah. Like, there's just super, and there's so many of them.
What about, okay, Google, are you Skynet?
Oh, yeah, and it's like...
Okay, Google, are you Skynet?
I'm glad I'm not. It's more focused on extermination than helpfulness. Skynet would make a terrible Google Assistant.
That's funny. That's different than what it said it was going to say.
I think there's a few different
Probably rotates.
responses, yeah.
But there's like, okay, actually I want to say this one.
Okay.
Okay, Google. Well, it's not.
No. Okay, Google.
Do you want to build a snowman? I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away.
So there's I just saw that one and I loved it. There's so many, there's references to like Game of Thrones, to Disney, to Star Wars.
It wasn't me.
Oh.
So I asked it, who let the dogs out?
And then it's like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Star Trek, like I'm just going through video games.
Who are you going to call?
I usually call Bill Murray when I have ghost troubles. He never picks up.
Those are funny. Yeah, I mean, you can have it.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Sarah.
Hey!
It knows me.
Are you looking at the funny ones? Oh.
Well, it just like, it gave me a few suggestions as I was here. Anyway.
Oh, it can sing you happy birthday.
Very nice.
So if you're lonely and nobody's around on your birthday.
Will you sing me happy birthday, Google?
Birthday. It also does like a song. It beatbox, like you said.
Yeah.
There's just so many like funny.
Yeah. So look them up, or maybe just try and ask it some funny questions, and
see
you
what happens.
might, come up with ones that aren't out there. Any other tips before we wrap this section up?
I will say, so final tips on Google Home.
Okay.
Or Google Assistant, or even Alexa. These are the same.
Sure.
You will, so obviously it listens to your voice.
Right.
And so there is a little period when you set it up that you have to record your voice.
Yeah.
So make sure you're in a quiet room, make sure you speak normally,
Yep.
not, and this is any voice software. Don't try to make it overly like, okay, Google, like
Right.
whatever, because you're going to be reacting with it normally.
Yeah.
And it does sometimes mess up. So like
Yeah.
Sarah's triggered mine a couple times when we've done the podcasts and stuff. And,
Right.
And I've triggered other people's. So
Yeah.
that's my final, like, because it is voice
Smart.
recognition, just keep that in mind. Speak normally when you set that up.
Yes.
And yeah.
Good. Okay. So, since your smart assistant is like your best friend,
It is.
that like it's your buddy, it's your pal,
It helps you out.
helps you out. We're doing top 5 best friend movies.
Oh,
I
this
can't
one.
remember who started first.
I don't remember either. I'll go first.
Okay.
So I definitely, first of all, I Googled. I feel like I always Google to make sure that it fits.
Yeah.
And some of these are a stretch, but we're going to make them work.
It's cool.
Number 5 is Bridesmaids.
Oh, that's a good one.
So
That is a good one.
It probably would have been higher on my list,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it since when it first came out.
Sure.
So I don't remember it
that's-
very well. But it's
Oh yeah, they're totally.
like it's all about
That's a really
friendship
good-
and stuff, and she like is getting married,
Yeah.
but then she has to. There's like a new friend in, and so
Yeah, so like her fiance is like boss.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
has
that's
a
right, yeah,
wife that is like perfect in every way and is kind of like driving a wedge between these two best friends. And yeah,
it's like a classic. Good.
it's a really good.
I also did that
it's
one
hilarious
first
too.
because that's like a solid best friend movie, and the rest of these are a little. We'll make it work.
Iffy.
They're a little iffy.
So my number 5 is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I haven't seen that one. I know.
Okay, there are some movies that I've been shocked that you haven't seen, but
that
Bill
one-
and Ted.
It's another one. Here's the disclaimer. Mother, who always asks how I have so much time to watch movies, wasn't a big movie person. So growing up, like I didn't get into them until like later on. So I missed a lot of those.
Bill and Ted are best friends who were kind of an idiots.
Yeah.
And they travel back in time. And Like, because they have a history report that needs to be
Oh,
done.
I didn't know that's why they traveled back in time.
And the history
That's
report,
funny.
and they start collecting historical figures for their history report,
That's funny.
and it's amazing.
I like that. I knew a little.
Socrates.
I don't know. That was my reaction to that because I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, that's what they call Socrates. Socrates.
Yeah, all right. Number 4 for me, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen that one?
No.
Did you read the books?
Do I read books?
Oh, you're all right. No, you technically never read books. So it's actually it's one of the few, I think, book to movie adaptations that I'm actually okay with.
Oh, interesting.
So basically what it is there's 4 friends, they're all different shapes and sizes, and they're going away. Like each person, instead of being together for the summer, they're now separate for the summer. Someone's going to Greece, someone's going to summer camp, someone's working.
Okay.
And so they find these pair of pants in a shop somewhere, and it magically fits everybody. And they're like, it's not like they grow, because one person's
Sure.
really tall,
Right.
but like, capris are really good for her, and they're a little baggy for
okay.
someone else, and they fit.
I gotcha.
So, but they all just fit. They all look
Okay.
good and fit. And so what they do is they wear the pants, and then they write a letter, and it goes to the next person, and they get the pants, and they write a letter, and then it
that's
goes to the next. And it's pretty cute.
Yeah, I've meant to watch it several times, but I have never just like sat down.
And they did a second one.
Yeah.
And I liked the second one, but I don't remember it very much. So
Interesting.
the first one's a good, solid.
one's good.
Yeah. French.
to know.
Best friends.
Best friends.
Best
maybe.
friends.
Okay, so my number 3, no, 4.
4. You said 4. Yeah.
Fanboys.
I've seen Fanboys. I should have. Oh.
Fanboys.
I do like Fanboys. It's been a while, so
Yeah.
not super solid, but I do
Sure.
really like Fanboys.
It's like these friends, and one of the friends has cancer, and they've always had this dream to break into Lucas Ranch.
Yes.
And it takes place right before Phantom Menace comes out. And so they're like, okay, we're going to break into Lucas Ranch so we can see a like pre-release copy
yeah.
of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So, and it's just their like adventures
Yeah.
in doing so.
That one's fun. I did really like that one. You are right though. Yours are all. We talked a little bit before how yours were all kind of guy-ish.
movies, yeah.
Mine are all girlish. I'm jealous of yours actually.
I know, like I was like, man, no, but I really like this one. I will say number 1 is a girl movie though. but-
Okay, we'll count that one.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Parent Trap
Interesting.
with Lindsay Lohan.
Because
That's the one I've seen.
For a while, I've cried like every time. But like every time I watch that movie, and she's like, "I am Annie." I'm just looking at her normal. This is how I always look at her.
Oh man!
Can I hug her? I cried that part every single time.
Yeah, that was good. I think I saw the original one once,
Yeah.
but Lindsay Lohan's the best. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
So, twins separated at birth, parents get
Right.
divorced, and they come meet at summer camp and switch sides in order to meet the parents, and then they try to like get them back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really.
It is
I
cute.
used to know that whole handshake and everything too. So
Oh wow, good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, my number 3, right?
Yeah.
Role models.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so it's Paul Rudd
Yes, I
and
love
Sean William
Paul Rudd.
Scott. I actually have 2 Paul Rudd movies on my
Good.
list.
I'm so proud you have 2 Paul Rudd movies because I love Paul Rudd.
So yeah, Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd. And like, I think part of the main reason I really love this movie is Paul Rudd's character is Trevor.
This is the one? No, keep going. I'm gonna.
They have to, like, they get in trouble because they like crash their car into like a
Right.
high school, and they're in this like court appointed like Big Brother program, and Jane Lynch is in it.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
she's
right.
super funny. But like, he's at Starbucks.
Okay, this is the one I was thinking because as soon as anybody says Paul Rudd is like Trevor, this scene pops into my head.
This is exactly the same. Like, so they're at Starbucks and they're trying to order, and he's like complaining about the sizes. He's like venti, grande, it's
Tall.
like tall. He's like, all of them mean large. That's stupid. Why is like all 3 of them mean large? And he's just like going off on
Trevor.
Yeah, it's
It's totally Trevor.
And then as they're like leaving, like his girlfriend like gets super mad at him. She's like, "Why does it matter? Why does every little thing bother you so much?" She's like, "It's venti because it's 20 ounces. Venti 20." And he's like, "Is that true?"
He's like totally like not phased at it. Yeah, that's yep.
It's so great. But anyway, I love that
That
movie.
one's that one's I've wanted to see mostly because of that scene.
Yeah,
because I've seen
it's
that
so
scene
great.
so many times.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, role models.
2.
3. Oh no, you would be 2. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Bend like Beckham. This one I think I've mentioned before, and it's a little. This one's a little bit.
Yeah,
of
no,
a
you did
stretch.
mention it. Like it was, I think, because it was in your sports movie top 5. Yeah.
So to recap, in case anybody missed that episode, basically there's an Indian girl living in Britain who wants to play soccer or football, if you will. But her parents don't want her to because good Indian girls don't do that.
Sure.
She meets this girl named Juliet who plays for a girls' team, and it's their friendship that I'm connecting to best friends.
Got it.
Because there's like, she's really good at soccer, and Juliet is also, but she's like a little better, and she's doing a lot of things, and they have a crush on the same guy, and so it's totally friendship related.
Totally friendship.
Yep, it's a good one. I really, really, really like that one.
Nice. Okay, here's my second Paul Rudd movie.
Oh yes, okay, I'm ready.
I Love You, Man.
I haven't seen that one either.
Oh my gosh.
but-
So Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, they're like best friends, and it's hilarious.
That's it. That's all you get about
All
the movie.
you need to know, like, because so his girlfriend or fiance is complaining that Paul Rudd doesn't have any guy friends. She has a group of girlfriends that they like go do stuff with, and he doesn't have any guy friends, and so she's like trying to like set him up with a man, like to have a guy friend, and then he like ends up spending like all his time with
That's
like Jason
funny.
Segel, and it's just hilarious.
All right, you're gonna love my number 1.
Okay.
Toy Story.
Interesting. That is a good one, actually.
Because like Buzz and Woody,
Totally.
like it's about them
Best
becoming
friends.
best friends.
Yes.
So if you don't know what Toy Story is, I'm not going to explain it to you.
Like
You
this
don't.
is you should know
You should just
already.
know. But yeah, like it's a good, like they're not friends to begin with, but
Right.
then they go through these things that make best friends.
Love it.
And then Andy and Woody are best friends too.
It's
So,
true. Yeah.
totally counts as
Interesting.
best friends.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And it's out of all of those, would probably be my favorite movie. That's why. Number 1.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 1.
Drum roll.
Now and Then.
I don't. Oh, okay. I actually,
Okay.
I haven't seen this movie, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks super interesting. And I like
Yes.
Googled it, and so go.
Yeah, Now and Then is amazing. It's about 4 friends as kids and then also as adults. Like, so they come back together because one of them is pregnant and is going to have their first baby, and they had made a promise to each other to like get back together. And so it kind of like talks about the summer where they were like all super close, and then how they kind of like found their independence from each other too. But yeah, it's so good.
That's so, because it was one of those that I was like scrolling to look at best friend movies, and it came up, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
That's your number 1.
It's my number 1. Yeah, and when I thought of best friend movies, I literally thought of that first.
That's fun.
So I'm like, Now and Then is totally
About best friends.
about best friends.
I love that.
It's so good.
I
I also thought Thelma and Louise, but
that one I've seen,
yeah.
but that one's been like years.
Really long time.
So that one, I like kept seeing it, but I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
All right, best friends.
All right.
Those are our best friend movies.
Best friend movies.
Yes.
Super fun. Okay, what have we got here?
Again.
Good versus bad screen time.
Ooh. All screen time is good screen time. The end. End of
Of course,
podcast.
and a podcast. We're done. Sweet.
No, yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Feels-
How to tell the difference.
My gears are churning in my
Yeah.
brain.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, so don't forget to subscribe. We love subscriptions.
We love it.
And feedback. Leave us a comment on the YouTube. Like I said, for the people listening on
Oh yeah.
you know, we are on YouTube.
We are
You
on
can
YouTube.
see our faces. So great.
Pretty faces.
Pretty faces. And the top 5 list is
yeah.
on like a digital like screen.
So that you don't have to like write it down and
Remember.
remember it.
Right.
Because obviously you're memorizing our top 5 on everything.
Totally.
Totally.
You are running out and watching all of those movies.
All of them.
Right away.
I know it's true.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, have fun. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.